Hello guys, it's GRREZ, and in this video we are going to be taking a look at Luke Skywalker's X-Wing fighter. This set retails for around $50, but you can actually find it on sale right now for about $40. Okay, as we can tell with the Darth Vader in the top right corner, this is the original trilogy era, and this is ages 9 and up. The set number is 75301. This has 474 pieces. And we can go ahead and see the minifigures down here, the selection. So we have Luke Skywalker, we have Princess Leia, General Dodonna, and R2-D2. So let's go ahead and look at the sides of the box. We'll take a look at the back last. There's a little bit of art there on the side. We have up here, as usual, the actual size of Luke Skywalker. And then we take a look at the back here. Nothing much. So let's focus on the back. Okay, so the first thing I can see is that, of course, you can put R2-D2 inside of the X-Wing or in this little compartment area. And over here, of course, we see that the wings actually retract. And it looks like he's pressing that button in order for the wings to open up. So that is amazing. We get a look at the spring-loaded shooters. It looks like there is 2 on the bottom, and it shows the person using it right there. And yeah, not much to talk about back here. Of course, we see a little bit of scenery. It looks like they're inside of a hangar of X-Wings. We can see some X-Wings back there. Okay, that's enough of that. Let's go ahead and open the box and take a look at the bags and the booklet. Be careful if you're using a knife to open it here if you don't want to damage the box, because I actually had this slip out of the corner and I almost cut myself. Just be careful with that. Okay, and here was everything that was inside the box. Let's go ahead and take a look at this sticker sheet. So it looks like we can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. About 12 stickers there. Of course, the numbers say otherwise, but this one, for example, it's 10 and it has 2. And yeah, that's the sticker sheet. Here are the bags right here. This is bag number 1. We have bag number 2, bag number 3, and bag number 4. So we have 4 bags here to work with. That is really nice. And then we have the booklets here. Of course, the standard art right here. I like how the art looks here with the explosions there and then the little green laser firing from the back. That is cool. The little trench run scene. And we have the QR code right here to if you want to do the digital booklets on the application. Nothing crazy on the back. Starting pages are pretty standard, and we have something different here. Oh, it comes with the... It looks like it comes with the tool to remove pieces that are stubborn to get out. So that is a first, because the last few sets I've been doing on this channel, they haven't had this little tool piece, but this one does. The last page, or pages, show the parts catalog. And if we keep going, of course, the Skywalker Saga video game, and we see these Lego sets numbers with just the minifigures and other Lego sets here. And that is pretty much it. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and get started on this. I have a long way ahead of me here, and I will see you guys back here once this is fully built up. Alright guys, and here is the X-Wing fully built up. You can see Luke Skywalker in the cockpit, and then you see R2-D2 in that little area right there. We can see Princess Leia and General Dodonna over here, along with Luke Skywalker's lightsaber is just randomly back there. But I noticed that General Dodonna has a light gray weapon, which is pretty cool. And Leia has the little pistol blaster. So let's go ahead and start off with the minifigures. Alright guys, so here we start off with the Luke Skywalker minifigure, and we can see the front side of him. We can see the front torso print, and a lot of complexity there, and as well as the front of the legs. And we see this little tubing piece right here, It goes down here and then goes on this piece and then it comes back up. And that's looking pretty nice. We can see his face. It's actually got two faces. I will show the other one here in a bit. Here is the side. And we come around to the back. We see the back printing. And yeah, pretty good. And the other side. And you also get a good look at that helmet as well. And let's go ahead and take the helmet off. Here is a closer look at this helmet piece. Okay, and we get a better look at his front face that I have right now, and then here is his back face without the goggles. The goggles are actually printed onto the head. Here he is with his lightsaber. And this is him with the other face with the helmet on. And that is the Luke Skywalker minifigure. Here is a beautiful Princess Leia minifigure. We can see the front printing of Princess Leia, and as you can tell, she has the dress piece. So it's really just this piece right here, and then the torso, and the head, and hair piece. And we see the printing, her bun hair piece, go over to the side, and then the back. And here we see the back printing for Princess Leia. I really like how this piece right here like droops downward. It gives it more detail. I like that. And then we go over to the side here. Here is the alternate face for Princess Leia, so she is more combat ready in this pose. And this is her with her little blaster pistol. And that is the Princess Leia minifigure. And here's the R2-D2 minifigure. And there's not much to say about R2-D2. You can see the printing there on the front and his headpiece. You can actually remove that if you want, and you can turn it around if you wish to. So if he wants to turn another direction like that. That is the R2-D2 minifigure. And here we have General Dodonna. Now this is an exclusive minifigure, at least for now, until future sets come out. So we can see that torso printing there, and then the leg printing, and then the piece connecting to the legs also has printing. And then we go around to the side, and you can see that hair piece as well, how complex it is. I like how that looks. And then the back torso doesn't have a whole lot going on, but sometimes simplicity is best, and I like that. Then we go over to the side here, and he has a little hairline issue going on there. I like that little detail. Here is his alternate face, and here he is with his blaster. And that is the General Dodonna minifigure. And the most exciting part about this set is, of course, the X-wing right here. And we're going to start off with the front of this vehicle. So we can see the nose piece right here, how it was shaped off there at the end. It looks pretty nice. And we can see the sticker over here that was placed to give it more detail. And of course, you get a better look at the side right here. And yeah, everything looking pretty good. I generally loved building this up right here. This is the first bag you build, which is this whole area. And then we take a look at the underside. We see the little piece right here, the landing gear. You can't actually retract this, which is sad, but I can show you something else here, a little trick. You can actually just remove this whole piece. So, okay, the piece just fell to the ground. I'll pick that up later, not important. But yeah, if you want to actually just not have that landing gear to make it seem like it's flying, I mean, you can do that. Just take off that whole piece. Another thing to note, which actually just happened to me, is that the front landing gear is kind of flimsy. So this piece right here is supposed to go in here, and it's actually not that strong. So it ever so slightly clicks in. You can barely even hear it click. And yeah, it might fall off many times if you're rough with it. So I just wanted to note that. Okay, and here we have the cockpit piece right here. You can get a good look at that. It's actually just connected by this little, you can see the bar right there, and then it has the two, I'm going to call them clamps. And yeah, you just click it on there, and it's very, very smooth, and it goes all the way down. Doesn't click on these studs, it just goes over them. It sort of closes in on them, but not really. It's just the outer edge. And now that we have it opened, we can see the cockpit right here, and there's actually no studs to hold the minifigure in place. It's actually just this middle part that holds the minifigures in between his legs in here. And then we see the control panel right here. Very nice control panel. It's actually printed on, no sticker on there. And let's make our way to the back over here. You can get a good look at this little mechanism right here that controls the wings, all of the wings, that makes them retract. And actually what happens is if you press this down, the wings actually come up like that, and it stays like that pretty well. And if you actually just set it down, they close by themselves, which is a really nice feature. I like that. And then we get a good look at all the detailing back here. There's not a whole ton of detailing. All you really get back here is the 1, 2, and 3 stickers. And you see the little clamps back here, and then these corner flat pieces. And that is pretty much the gist of the top area. And oh, obviously, I forgot where R2-D2 goes. It is these two little studs there where R2-D2 is placed in. And we take a look at the back, and we can see a little bit of detailing here on the back of where the mechanism is, or the engine. And you can get a good look at these four engines right here, or the thrusts, which looks really amazing. And then we're going to take a look at the underside, which doesn't have a whole lot going on. And the landing gear actually fell again. I put my thumb over it. Okay, once again, here is a look at the underbelly of it. We can see that it's just this little 2 by something piece structurally holding this part right here and this part right here. And we see the 2 back landing gear. And these are actually held a lot better than what the front is. And these don't retract, sadly, but just like the front, I mean, you can go ahead and just remove the entire piece like that. And we can see how this is being held. And yeah, let me actually remove all of them just to show it. So here it is without all of the landing gear. So right now it would technically be flying. And I have just removed all of the landing gear basically manually. And that looks really amazing if you want to make like a custom stand for it. We get a good look at inside of where the wings come together, and you see this little like pipe or rod going through, and you see a little bit of red in there as well. And pretty much the same thing with the other side as well, inside of here, as you can tell. And we see the wings over here. There's no studs. It is the opposites on opposites basically. And when they come together, the wings have studs facing up here, and then on the bottom studs are facing down like that. And then we get a good look at these pieces right here. I guess that would be a part of the engine, I'm not really sure, but it looks pretty cool. And we get a good look at those stickers as well on the wings. I like how those stickers make the wings pop. And here's another good look at the other sticker on the wing. On the bottom, there actually isn't any stickers on the bottom. So it's just clean like that. We get a good look at the stud shooters and how they are placed, or I mean the spring-loaded shooters. And yeah, there is a good look to that. I'm going to fire one off. I'm going to hope it doesn't go behind my desk, but let's fire one off here. And you actually have to press on the underside like that. So there it goes. It just came back flying to me. And I'm going to fire off the other one. And there is the other one. And here is these guns right here that don't have any like functionality. It's just for looks, but they did a great job at designing these. I like how these turned out. And you see a little like dish piece right here on the end of them. And same thing with the other side back here, which, yeah, it looks really amazing. And you can like pry the wings open. You don't have to use this thing right here. So let me do that. You can just pry that open. You can get a better look at those guns. And let me actually hold it like this. You can hold it from the front if you want. It's actually pretty well pretty well built, so it's not gonna, it doesn't really make any creaking sounds, or doesn't feel like it's gonna break if you hold it from here. And that is a good view in flight view, I would say. That looks amazing. Incredible. Yeah, you can pretty much just hold this thing from anywhere, even the back, if you want to, like, if you want to swoosh it around in your room like that. I'm actually having trouble here because of the way I have my camera set up, but you get the idea. You can do all sorts of things. You can hold it from, you can put your hand under here as well, if you want to hold it like that, or like this and swoosh it around like that. And yeah, and also I forgot about these stickers. I forgot to mention these stickers right here. They go around like halfway on the cylindrical pieces. Not really halfway, I'd say like maybe a little over a fourth of the way around the piece. Same thing with this one over here, which looks amazing. This one's more blended in. Okay, and that's pretty much the X-wing and the set, but I want to go over some very important things in the building process. So these things back here, you can see they are pointed up, right? Vertically, these Technic 1x2 Technic pieces, the dark gray right here, and then they're used on all four of the engines. Make sure they're all pointed in, or pointed like this in this direction. The book doesn't do a very good job of showing you exactly how they're supposed to be placed, but make sure they're all vertically going up and down, because I had mine like horizontal, like left and right, and it just didn't, it looked weird because I think I only had one placed oriented. I oriented this one right, but all the other ones were wrong. They were like this way instead of going this way, and I am referring to those dark gray Technic pieces back there holding these engine or thruster pieces. And then be very careful in the building process for the mechanism for the wings that make it go like this, because I actually had trouble with a portion of it, and when I was finished with the mechanism, I actually had to take it apart because I forgot to put a piece properly, and I had to pretty much just take it apart. Not one by one, I think I just split it like in half, and I corrected it and then just split it back together. But yeah, be careful with that. I'm actually going to show you which page and what I'm talking about. Okay, so I'm going to try to put the digital booklet in the video, but if I can't, I'm going to use this as a backup. So basically this red piece right here, I actually had trouble with it because these pieces right here that look like this, they have like the cross and then the little bit at the end to connect inside the Technic. I actually put the T's like through, and I didn't know, like they're supposed to sit on top of the dark gray piece, but I actually went in through the other end. So basically they were just loosely in there. And yeah, so make sure these black pieces, they go on top of the dark gray piece like this, and not from the underside like this. So yeah, just be very careful overall with this process. Be patient with it as well. It's a little stressful, but you will get through it. Finally, I have put the minifigures inside the X-wing. So here you have R2-D2 sticking up at the top, and we have Luke Skywalker in the driver's seat, which looks amazing. Let me get a close-up on that. Really just beautiful. Love how this turned out, how this whole set turned out in the building process. So guys, that is pretty much the video. Make sure you follow me on my Twitter and Instagram, which you can find a link for in the description below. And down there you will also find my SoundCloud and my Spotify playlist. The Spotify playlist is a compilation of some of my favorite music. And that is all for this video, guys. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one.